The Magic Presence. Chapter 4. I shall now give you the explanation of the law by which you are able to illumine, raise the physical body, and express the full dominion, victory, and freedom of the ascended masters. The seed within man and woman is only intended for the sacred office of creating a body by which another soul may come into physical embodiment. At all other times, the glorious light within the body should be raised into the top of the head and allowed to flow up in adoration unto the mighty I Am Presence. Then, by uplifted thoughts and feelings, one can do creative work at the mental level through glorious ideas of art, music, invention, discovery, research, and the creation of beauty and harmony of every description through a service that blesses humanity and therefore the individual who gives it. If this life essence is released at the generative center for sex pleasure instead of building a new physical embodiment for another soul, the process of disintegration of the physical body is started, and the journey to self-generated dissolution of the body begins. It matters not what human opinion says to the contrary. This is the inevitable, inexorable law of physical embodiment, and there is no person in the universe who can change it. This is the principal reason for the condition that is called death within the race as a whole. Let anyone who disagrees with this truth compare the brain and body of one who conserves this liquid light over a period of a few years with that of one who has wasted it over a similar period, and he will not need any other proof. The conservation of this liquid electronic light and the conscious lifting of it by adoration to the mighty I Am Presence and by the power of the mind through the control of the attention is the way of perfection, and is safe, sound, sensible, and reasonable. It can have only harmonious, constructive results to the mind, the body, and world of the individual. This is not a system of repression by the power of the human will. That is and will always be disastrous. For to dam up a highly concentrated energy and then by thought, feeling, and suggestion keep driving it more of it to that point through thinking upon it in secret must of necessity cause an explosion of some kind to take place. That method never was the original spiritual teaching of anyone who really knew and understood the truth and the law concerning it. Humanity has not, except to a very small degree, understood this truth, or thousands would have become ascended master long before now. In order to rise out of the degradation, misery, poverty, and disaster in which the mass is now wallowing, the individual must come to a clear understanding of this law in the outer activity of his mind. Through his conscious knowledge and control of the emotions, he shuts the door to the most dangerous and subtle suggestions from the psychic plane. True love never requires sex contact of any kind. The I Am Discourses by the Ascended Master Saint Germain. Discourse 12. Mankind in general, and the doctors, have distorted things pitifully. The individual who wants to rise into the God presence and live there needs the energy he wastes. The very energy individuals waste is the force and strength by which they are enabled to hold fast to the God presence. This energy is the life they need to enable them to turn and hold steadfast to the God presence. When the outer self has for centuries used life's energy to create wrong conditions, that waste of the energy becomes a wide-open drain upon the consciousness of individuals. Doctors are responsible for much of this terrible condition, for they teach the gratification of the sex appetite, and that is the greatest avenue of waste with which human beings have to contend. This is what makes it impossible to hold fast to the God presence long enough to attain the mastery. It is 95% of the cause of old age and the loss of sight, hearing, and memory, as these faculties only cease to function when there is no longer a stream of this life energy flowing into the cellular structure of the brain. You cannot tell this to individuals until they have had such hard knocks that they are almost desperate with the misery of their own creation before they will listen to you. The will is absolutely nothing without this life energy. There is only one possible way to change anything which has been created and directed into a wrong channel. The attention is what holds it fast to the wrong use or expression of it. Instantly direct the thought to the higher self. Many people get the idea that they can control it by sheer force of will through compulsion. This cannot be done, for you but dam it up, and it only breaks out somewhere else. The only permanent way to overcome it is to change the attention and rise out of it. Use the statement, "I am the governing presence of this energy and the only power that can raise it. I am the presence raising and transcending it, and that action is forever self-sustained." No, I am the presence doing this, and therefore it is done now, for God's activity is always instantaneous. In any wrong condition, the first thing to do is to call on the law of forgiveness. Remember that when a thing has been set in motion or energized, it simply acts. Perhaps one of the most unfortunate things in which human beings live is the man's so-called legal right to bind another individual in the sex activity when the other wishes to rise out of it. Even in the ignorance of the outer mind, some natures have a powerful development of the love activity. The pure love of God never goes below the heart. True love never requires sex contact of any kind. The great ascended host of light are ever with those who want to do right. Send your thought out to them, and you shall always receive help. You have an invulnerable, invincible power when you know you have the recognition of the I Am presence.
There's a road inside your heart made just for you. There's a road inside your heart made just for you.
There's a road inside your heart made just for you. There's a road inside your heart made just for you.